Alright, in this section I'm going to be determining network strengths and weaknesses, and this is chapter 3 of our packet tracer. Alright, so we're going to identify and document the strengths and weaknesses of the existing network. It says in the previous activity you created modular block diagrams of the film company network. Next step is to examine the physical layout of the devices in the network, the cabling plant, device configuration, and identifies your strengths and weaknesses. And it says Packet Tracer provides limited physical view of the network where devices are placed in wiring closets in various buildings in various cities. The physical view in this activity represents the building containing the film company and the building containing the ISP. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to switch from the logical workplace to the physical workplace. Well, we're going to look at the physical workplace first, but this, or the logical first, but this doesn't tell us where our different devices are placed, what closets or anything like that. So we're going to switch over to our physical workplace. We're going to go to our home city, and then we're going to go to our film company. And I guess we're just going to go around and see where all our devices are at. So we'll start with our conference room, where we have our just one PC, PC6. Then we have our general work area. Here we have our 3 PCs, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Then we have our production work area. And this has 3 more PCs and a printer. And then we have our production wiring closet. And all that has is one switch, then we have our MD and POP, which has looks like 3 more switches. It looks like it has a wireless access point, DSL modem, server, so that's going to be our main wiring closet for that network. So there's nothing else that I can't see here. No, I think that's it. And that's pretty much it for our film company wiring physical diagram here. I don't see how PC6 is connected to, what it's connected to and where. Oh, wirelessly, okay. Alright, that's right, to that switch, okay. So we'll go back to our logical workplace, and like it shows here, we had our 3 PCs here and our printer, like that's our switch there. Then we had our 3 PCs and a printer to that switch, and they went to, and then we had our PC6 that was wirelessly connected to our Linksys router. Yeah, and that was all our local area networks. And we'll go to a couple, we'll go to our switches here, and we'll do some of our show commands to see how our interface layouts are and our versions and our interfaces and things like that. Go show running config first. Okay. And it just shows you some of your software and versions that you're using. Gives you your information on your physical device, all your serial numbers, revision numbers, part numbers. You could use that for compatibility. It gives you your different interfaces and what state they are in. Basically shows that your interface 01 is a switch port as a trunk. And you're on VLAN 1. That's pretty much it for that. And we'll see what this one does. And that'll be pretty close to the same thing, I'd imagine. Except for maybe you're not you're on the same VLAN. Now if you wanted to, you could make if you wanted to make it a little easier to control, you could put, instead of having VLAN 1, you could have this as a VLAN, your PC6, and your server. On that switch, you could have that as a VLAN. You could have your PC1 and printer 1, all of this. I think that was the production or the general work area. You could have that as VLAN. You could have your other room as a VLAN, and it would make it a little bit easier to control traffic that way. And I think that's kind of what this is getting at. That's strengths and weaknesses. I think it's separated pretty well, though, physically. But you could, like I said, make another each VLAN there, so you have a little bit more control over your network. But anyway, that's what I got.